In just 1 week, I'll be headed to Vegas for CES 2025, where I'll spend a couple of days with my friends at My Arcade. Now, leading up to the show, they've been posting announcements and images for their new products each day on social media, and today is no different. Now, I've been generally excited about everything so far, but I must admit, today's drop of their forthcoming Pac-Man Mighty Player for the 45th anniversary of Pac-Man has me concerned. That's after this.
If you're a Gen X grown-up, this YouTube channel is just the beginning. Go beyond gaming with a casual and humorous take on movies, music, TV, tech, pop culture, and more. Hear the weekly Gen X Grown Up podcast anywhere you like to listen, or visit genxgrownup.com/pod.
Hey there, welcome back to Gen X Grown Up. I'm John, I am a Gen X Grown Up. Thank you for taking the time to click on this video. Pac-Man is universal. No matter your age or your interests, you know who Pac-Man is, just like you know who Mario is or who Mickey Mouse is. So it makes sense that we continue to see re-release after re-release of this legendary Namco classic. But even I can get a bit of Pac-Man fatigue sometimes, so when I first saw these images, I thought, oh boy, another Pac-Man microplayer. That's not quite true, but then I saw the new 45th anniversary artwork and felt a little better. Then I spent some more time analyzing the images and I was concerned again. Now, I'm still not sure how I feel, but let's take a look at what My Arcade has revealed so far and see where we land. This first image, and probably the best overall image of the 5 in terms of understanding what this product is kind of an edge-on view of the control deck where you can kind of see the bottom of the screen. So the things we can learn right away is this is not a microplayer. Look at the scale of these buttons of that joystick. So I checked with My Arcade. This is a Mighty Player. It's another product that we've not seen before. It's like 11 to 12 inches tall. Turns out this is not just another plastic Pac-Man toy. This is a wood construction countertop device that rivals what some of My Arcade's competitors have been doing in that space. You can see that big bat top joystick. And I'm like, well, for Pac-Man, I'd prefer a ball top. That's more accurate. But I mean, it's a nice looking joystick. I've certainly played plenty of Pac-Man on bat tops. You can see there are 2 buttons over there, not for Pac-Man, but some of the other games that are included. We'll get to that. Now you can barely see it here. It's clear in some of the other images, but across the top, you have a credit, home, player 1 and player 2 start buttons. A little hard to see. And then on screen, oh, here's where I see Pac-Man that looks like the NES Pac-Man. Note where the extra men are off to the left-hand side of the maze rather than underneath the maze. It just gives me flashbacks to the 40th anniversary Pac-Man microplayer that just didn't respect Pac-Man and present it in the best way possible for an anniversary. Anyways, let's move on to the next image. This is kind of a side view in shadow. Now, this was my first look at what apparently is the graffiti-style artwork for the official 45th anniversary of Pac-Man that is in 2025. Then I saw what looks like Super Pac-Man on the screen, and it appears to be the arcade version. So now there's some contrast. I love that we have more than just Pac-Man, so it's a collection. I love that we have Super Pac-Man. We don't see that enough. But one of them is NES and one of them is the arcade, or is that even the arcade? Then I noticed the size of the screen in proportion to this big 12-inch cabinet. And it just feels and looks too small to my eye in relation to the rest of the device. And look, this is a recurring struggle My Arcade has had in the past with screen quality, with tearing, with pixel averaging. Look, I get it. It's a struggle they're having, but for the 45th anniversary of Pac-Man, I would hope it'd be better. Also notice that this device is powered on, but there's no lighted marquee. Again, this is the anniversary of Pac-Man, another milestone, and no lighted marquee yet. It's not something new. It's something we've talked about with all the previous microplayers. Let's go to the next image. So this is a close-up of the side art. Now, I mentioned this 45th anniversary art. I don't think this is straight from My Arcade. I think this is probably the Bandai Namco official artwork. We had some for the 40th anniversary, so this is probably going to be the new, kind of a like a graffiti-looking thing. I think it's going to be divisive. Now, not as divisive as Pac-Man Circle was, but it's already growing on me. And I expect we'll see a lot more of it in 2025, since this is, as I said, the 45th anniversary of Pac-Man. Man, it seems like 2 years ago we had the 40th. Man, 5 years have gone by. Whew. Okay, next image, a downward view of that control deck. And now you can, if you adjust the contrast, you can see what the button labels are. You clearly the credit, home, and all that. Also on the screen, note that Pac Panic or Pac Attack, depending on how and when you played it, is also present. So now we have at least 3 games on there, and they all almost seem like they come from 3 different platforms. When, like, I can see why Pac Attack wouldn't be the arcade ROM, but Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man, I would think. Yeah. Okay. Last image. Top fins of the cabinet. So this is similar to the design we've seen on some of the more recent micro players and joystick players. Has those big fins. Also notice marquee there, pitch black. I assume it's on here. There's a lot. There's a lot here that gives me pause. As much as I love Pac-Man. If you just told me, John, my arcade is doing a 12-inch 45th anniversary Pac-Man cabinet with lots of Pac games, I'd be on board, like right away. Right away. But after seeing these images, though, I have more concerns than I think I should. Of all the teaser images my arcade has dropped this past week, this one, for me at least, most feel like it needs more attention before release. I don't know. But I mean, look, these 5 pictures don't necessarily tell the whole story, so I will withhold judgment until I get to see it in person, which I will do in just a few days at CES. Meanwhile, links over my shoulders here and here to some more of these My Arcade Advance images. Take a look at those. I certainly hope you found something to enjoy in this video. Can't wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.